Hey, how's it going, guys? Vash, Unholy Baroness, how are you all doing today? How did your Grand Arenas go overall? Pretty good? Enjoy your 5v5 season? Hey Ivan, how's it going? Nice. Congratulations on your day off. Turn that on. All right. You won by 3 points. Yeah, I saw that. But like overall, your whole season, the entirety of the 5v5. I did win mine. Surprising opponent, actually. This is the first time I had an opponent that was smaller than me, believe it or not. They do have a year and some change on me as far as time played, but they were less in GP. Yeah. So they're missing the profundity, and then they only had 4 GLs to my 5, so 6 and 3, that's good. I went 5 and 4. I always go 5 and 4. I don't know why. So I'm slowly, ever so slowly, dropping out of Kyber 2 because I'm barely like I think I lose something like 30 skill rating every single month because of the squish. So because of crons. I did lose one because of crons. My crons aren't bad, but sometimes I just lose. It's a very difficult, like Kyber 2 is very difficult. So like my opponents just have to make mistakes and I have to not make mistakes. But I wouldn't say it's because of crons. But as you can see, I'll probably just be in Kyber 2 with the squish because I usually lose around 60. So I'll be like 4 skill rating above Kyber 2. And this it happens every time. I'm like, if I lose one, I drop out of Kyber 2. And then the first round I went 3-0. And then I went 0-3. And then I went 2-1. So I guess it's just tough. 6-3 total. Nice. SLKR defense. So honestly, for me, losing the SLKR Kron isn't the biggest deal in the world for me. So like losing this isn't horrible. Honestly, I would say probably losing Riva Kron is the biggest thing I'll miss. Like Riva Kron is just so good. Padme Kron was good, but I think it's more prohibitive for me, even though I have it, because there's only like very few counters and I didn't have the SF TIE Pilot Kron. So I had to keep my my JMK on offense, and then I just like mirrored. So it was kind of like a net neutral for me. So net neutral, usually this guy was going towards Jabba, so not even a big deal. And then for this was the game changer. It could take out Leia's, it could take out Jabba's, it could take out good SLKRs, it could take out a lot. And so the Riva is probably the biggest thing I'll miss. We have these, but I didn't go too hard on these. SLKR Kron defense, yeah. Believe it or not, that's what I dropped a battle on. But my opponent dropped 2 battles. So if you see here, they dropped a battle on my Obi-Wan, and then they dropped a battle on my Quadme. So my Quadme now is actually, it's much better now. But I didn't even have Master Qui-Gon there. But because he was like gear 11 during lockout, now he's relic 5. So in 3s I'll have the Quadme. I also got them like decent mods. Where I made a mistake here. So if I would have just gone with Riva right off the bat like I wanted to, I would have not dropped a battle. But I still won pretty comfortably, but this was the battle I dropped. I went JML, Bane, and then I tried Riva. Right, I should have probably just went Riva in the beginning. That's what I wanted to do, and then I kind of like pivoted right as we started, and it was a mistake. I could have also JMK'd it, but I didn't, because if they would have put JMK on the back here, then I wouldn't have anything to beat it with. And he ended up putting garbage here, but it would have been really smart of him to throw JMK on the back here with the premise that if I would have used JMK to beat his SLKR, then he could have put his JMK back here and I wouldn't have had a counter, And that would have been really smart. So, and that's why I didn't use my JMK. So I personally don't care about it, because now that the JMK, or now that the Padme Cron is gone, Riva will go back to beating JMK. 2 people not attack? Where are you at, Vash? 2 people? That's insane. Insane. Insane in the main brain. Oh, Chromium 5? Yeah. That makes sense. 91 shards for Riva. We'll get on the Riva train. Get on the Riva train. But she goes back to killing JMK. I did improve her mods a little bit. I got her up to 300. So I did work on my mods a little to kind of like get them up and running. So now I have 27 300 speed mods. So I got my Padawan Obi-Wan mods up and running. So for Quadme and Master Qui-Gon, I don't think I'll have the bandwidth to get all their mods up and running, just because they have a lot of similar mods as Leia, and I'm gonna get Leia very soon. So all my new mods are pretty much going towards Leia, R2-D2, and Drogon now. So I don't think I'll have the bandwidth to get these guys up to like 340, 350, 360 speed for a while, just because, yeah. So they'll be in like 310, 316 area, which is, it's fine. Not the biggest of deals. I would like them to get them faster and just like fully 6-dot mods, but I just don't have the bandwidth right now to do that. So, hey Tractor, how's it going? But we'll see. I think after I did try to increase his speed a little too. And I would like to, same thing, like all the same mods I need for Resistance Hero Finn, Queen Amidala, Master Qui-Gon, I'll need for R2-D2 and Leia. So I don't think I'll have the bandwidth to do that. And then I'm also gonna, pretty soon I'm gonna start working on, where are you at? Farming Marin. So, and get all her mods 6-dot, because I have all these pretty much ready to go, and I'm very happy with them. Not a lot of offense, but it's mostly like tenacity, potency, and I think it'll be pretty good. I don't feel like I need like tons of offense on her. I know some people do have her higher damage, but I feel like I'm just gonna have her really survivable and go from there, but we'll see. Ivan, that's the difficult part. JMK is hard to beat. JML can maybe do it with Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Jabba can do it, Leia can do it, but it's not like super reliable. So JMK mirrors are pretty reliable. JML, Jabba, Leia can do it. SOKR can do it in 3s, but that's why I got Riva and gave her the 3 Omicrons, was because she's my JMK killer. So there's not a lot, honestly. Like, there's a reason why he was the top of the meta for a very long time, because JMK is very good, even without his Datacrons. So, you know, Jabba, Leia, Third Sister. Third Sister is probably the best. Very reliable. She's a JMK killer. All right, Conquest going. Conquest is okay. It's okay. I only did 1 refresh so far, so I'm in the mid, like almost done with Sector 1. So yeah, so I'll probably be, by the end of today, I'll probably be like mid Sector 2. Hey Caleb Cook. Nice, congratulations on the profundity. Very good fleet. Alright, so what am I gonna do here? Yeah, so I guess I don't have anything to do in-game wise. So I do have my ROTE, so I should probably do that real quick, and then we'll start into times the 8. Yeah, so I can do my ROTE, do my dailies, and then we'll go into roster reviews. So we'll go ahead and do that. While I'm doing this, if you guys want to chat about whatever you guys want to chat about, more than happy to do that, and then we can discuss whatever you guys want. It shouldn't take me too long to knock all these things out. Man, not the biggest fan of did I hit deploy? No, honestly, you can, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can beat this fleet with home 1. So very easy, very easy. You can do it with negotiator or home 1. Very easy on the Millennium Fog. Yep, very easy mission. Yeah, I used to do it with home 1 all the time. Very easy. I've even on auto, I would just like throw it on auto and it would just win. Honestly, I don't feel like, man, a dodge. I don't feel like they need to change this, because if you think about it, like for most players, it's just shard shop currency. I feel like if you want to, you can accelerate that with crystal tractor. I really don't think that's a problem. I think that's just kind of like you not willing to spend crystals on the refreshes, because like I don't know, I really don't think that's like that's a big issue or anything like that. And I have all my fleets at 7 stars, and I just spent crystals to get them up. I don't think it's that prohibitive, because I get first in fleets every day, so it's an investment. So I don't think it's that big of a deal to do that. I think I'm perfect. It's perfectly fine. The cadence that we get our 7-star ships. I don't feel like it's that big of a deal, personally. Like, because if you think about it, like they accelerate things because it gives them money. Because the old ships are they? Some of them are like, but I think having finalizer and what is it? Finalizer and the Radis as a twice a month thing is more than generous. Like that, I feel like that was really generous of them, but I don't think it's gonna make them money to have it go by twice as quick. Hey Digger, how's it going? So hey RCK Dennis, thanks for following. So I just don't see it making them money, so I don't see them doing it. Easier to farm to get 2 ships? No, I think the pacing for ships is just fine. Believe it or not, I think it's just fine. Because you have like ship credits, you have ship omegas, you have all the other materials. I think the pacing that we get fleets is perfectly okay. Accelerating character shards does make them money, Tractor. That's why they did it. Hey, R. Santander, how's it going? Because the faster you get to 7 stars, the faster that you're pushing into bottlenecks. It's because you have gear, you have relics. Once you 7-star a capital ship, you just 7-star it. There's prestige, but they're not selling us prestige. They're not selling us ship credits. But for characters, there's a bunch of things for characters that they sell us. So those do make them money. So they don't want us working on old stuff. They want us working on new stuff. So I don't know. Doesn't really matter what I put in here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the pacing is just fine on this stuff. I don't think it's like prohibitive or a big deal that we don't have them at the pacing that we have. I don't think the ship omegas need to be accelerated. I feel like everything is like perfectly fine the way it is as far as ships. Like, if anything, I would like to see ship credits, or not ship. I would like to see ships accelerated, the shards. I think that would be a great quality of life, but I don't think it's like a huge deal that there isn't one. Other than that, like, just because the pacing is really good. Yeah, you just gotta, I don't know, just looking at everything, I think the pacing's just fine. Of course, it's just my personal opinion, so we all have different opinions for everything. Oh, it's a gamble. I took a gamble and lost. That's okay. Yeah, they've done a lot to like passively farm those ships and everything. I think they're doing a good job overall. I don't feel like we're in a bad place ship wise, and how like we finish ships a lot faster than everything else, I think. So like, I have all the ships, I don't have all the GLs, I don't have all the legendaries, I don't have all the conquest characters. So I feel like it's at a good pace. Personally. But, you know, I also have everything, so maybe that's why. But I prioritized farming everything, and I don't know, I felt like it was perfectly fine. I don't think I ever got to where he ulted before. That was new. Why did I bring out IG before Slave 1? I don't know, because I felt like it. I like IG. He hits twice, so I get my ult a little faster. Yeah. Also, in the later rounds, I like to bring out Slave 1 right before they ult. So I play them all the same, like same order. And then in the later ones, when you're facing against the Chimera, when you bring out Slave 1 later, right before ult, then they'll ult Slave 1 instead of your Houndstooth. So that's, but you know, it really doesn't matter, like how you play that one. Tons of different ways that you can do it. Not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, you can definitely auto it. Yeah, so I don't want to auto it, or I played it manually because I don't want you guys to sit here and just watch. Because if you don't, like, if I don't try to keep the taunt up on Houndstooth, then they kill all the all my bounty hunter ships, and then you guys are just sitting here as we as it takes like literally forever just to get to my second ult. So I didn't want to sit here doing that, so that's why I play it manually. Not because it needs to be played manually, but if you play it on auto, it just takes a lot longer to do. So if it doesn't go right, so playing it manually allows me to keep my ult on the Houndstooth as best I can, and then yeah, like it just goes by a lot quicker. Yeah, just because it's super annoying if you're like sitting there just waiting for the executor take, I don't know what it is, like 16 turns or something. Yeah. When do you guys play your ROTE? Do you do it at like, because usually if I'm not streaming, I do this at the very end of the day. Like when I have nothing, like I'm usually in bed wanting to go to sleep, and it's probably why I hate doing it. It's because I'm just like sitting here playing ROTE. Just super freaking tired. I don't remember what I do here. Jedi. Yeah, I don't like it either, but I don't want to do you maybe. When you're watching Twitch, nice. The stunning #1 stunner. Clear all the garbage off. Push some turn meter. Push some turn meter. I feel like he should be taking more damage than what he's taking. How to do that? Almost. Come on. Oh man, what a butthole. You know what I mean? Alright, let's cleanse this stuff. See? This is why it's so annoying. That should be fine. You to be attacking. Let's do this. Try to see if I can take that daze off faster. I don't remember who the boss is. Is it who is it? Lord Vader? Hey, Mr. Hippo, how are you doing today? I feel like it's Lord Vader. Alright, an ability block. Okay. To shreds, you say? Okay, well, let's do that. Stun. I am the #1 stunner. Let's cleanse all this garbage off, everyone. Jack up your cooldowns. Stun you anyways. Okay, cool. Perfect person to kill. I feel like let's start killing the sides here. Everyone is annoying. Let's do that. Need to get to a cleanse. No cleanse yet. Oh, just basic. On both accounts? Wow. He did a ton of damage. Still can't do that. Jack up your cooldowns. Still can't do that. Someone's gonna die here. Do this. Cleanse everyone. There you go. Do that. Okay. Coming on back. Cool. What an annoying. There you go. Yeah, it is true. Celebrating your mother's birthday today? Happy birthday to your mother, Mystery Hippo. Setting up a new TV? Nice. Light side. Light side. Okay. Just do JMK here. Who do I want? Cam, maybe? Cam. Sure. What am I doing? Probably don't have to do that, honestly. Do this. Do that. Just kill you. And then we just do this actually. Let's just play it out. I don't know if they use the ability as fast as they can. Let's just continue ramping. I really like JMK. As far as probably my funnest farm I've done so far, my favorite farm, hands down. Healing immunity, and then let's just farm those deaths. What? You didn't die? Come on. Oh, do I have to hit the third thing? Yeah, there you go. Excellent. We got both of you two. Here, let's do this. Yeah, JMK it's just a really fun farm too, like overall. It helps with 2 of your main fleets. Or it's like helps me with the Malevolence and the Negotiator. It's just like overall just like an excellent farm. Really, really enjoy the JMK farm so far. Do this. Like, yeah, honestly, I think overall, of course, Java is the superior farm because of what it gives you, but like, just pure raw, like, what the character can do for you, JMK is really good. And I know I'm not, very rarely do I tell people to farm JMK, just because there's a lot of other things that people can farm. that can give them actual like additional things in the game, where this farm doesn't really give you any. It helps you with fleets, and I think if you're in Kyber, JMK, and you have most of your assault battles, and you have Jabba, then yeah, and you of course you need Watt, then JMK is like a fantastic farm. But you have to get a lot there before you can do that. I do like using Ray with CLS Rebels. I think that's a really fun farm. Fun thing to do. Here you go. I just don't bring Chupio. It's fun. Very, very rarely I've used it in GAC. Whatever. Very, very rarely. Let's do this. Just keep you alive. But this is an excellent team. It's an older team, so people don't use it anymore. But it's really strong. So it's like a legacy thing, right? Would love to get Ray. Just spend what, the $30 whenever the Lightspeed bundle comes back. Man, wait, not cool, dude. Not cool. There you go. Oh, Chewbacca's getting. There you go. Let's do that. Maybe next month. I don't know when it's gonna be, but it's a really good farm. She's good. She's a good, solid character. There's probably farms I've liked more than Ray, and I would like her to do more in Conquest, to be completely honest, but she's still good. Undoubtedly a very good farm. I hate when they do that. But I don't know. Like I wouldn't have gone out of my way to farm Ray. The only reason I have her is because of the Lightspeed bundle. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have ever had Ray. Although it's like very good farm, very good character. It's just not something I probably would have gone out of my way to do. Hey DCU, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna bring it. I'm hoping by Christmas they will, but we'll see. I never win this. I literally never win this. I don't even know how. I always just, I know it's winnable, but I just get absolutely bodied. Yeah, I'll try. I usually don't even try this one. It's such an annoying. Let's see. I think it was November when it came out. Yeah, they deal so much damage. It's so insane how hard these guys hit. So insane. Do that. Probably gonna ult this guy if I get lucky enough with enough dodges. There you go. Let's heal you back up. It's gonna come out. It's gonna ruin my day. Man. Heal you back up. Heal offense up. Put a tank out here. Take you out of stealth. What? You're kidding me. I don't want to pull back turn meter. I want him to come out of stealth. Who are you? It's gonna do it. This should kill him. There you go. I'm just gonna say it out right now, guys. I'm just gonna say it. I am a god. I am a god. I am a fleet god. Look at that. Look at that. Who did it? I did it. You all said, Captain Amazing, I don't even know why you're doing this. I don't know why you're doing this. Might as well just throw in the towel. Don't even play it. No one wins that. I say nay. You didn't get that luck? It's not luck, R. Santander. It's being a fleet god. Being a fleet god. One day maybe you can attain. I ever tried Leviathan on that battle? Leviathan just gets bodied. Just gets bodied. But yeah, I have. Whatever. Honestly, I don't even remember these. Keep you stunned. Number one stunner. I want to kill as many stacks of this guy as possible. There you go. That's as many stacks as possible. And these AoEs are always killer. Well, let's do that. Take your stun off. AoEs. Ramp off this guy. Do that. Just kill you. Cool. Killed you. Killed you. He's just throwing his hand in the air and probably throwing his hand in the air in just like disgust of his team. Like, what are they doing? Let's do that. So if everything goes well, they pretty much ramp through really beautifully. Man, they just like bodied that guy. So if they like take his turn meter. It looks like it's not going to really matter, but nope, it did not go well. That's fine. I don't need it. But yeah, pretty much if a lot of times like crew just gets ramped really, really hard. That's fine. The spy's gone, so they lost their ability to yeet. Right. Hopefully that does it. Yep. Probably going to. Okay, there you go. Easy day. Mark 6 in the starting makes this one easier. I don't know, I've never tried the Mark 6 starting. Alright, this one. What do I have left? I think this one I use Inquisitors. See how that goes. Inquisitorious. Yeah, it's about the same. Do that. Make sure he doesn't do any funny business. Let's do this. Put some more AoEs. Maybe one more AoE. There you go. Let's fill everyone up. Do that. Get that last one out there. Would like that to fall off, please. I made a mistake, slight mistake on that one. Did a basic to him. Basic is fine. Love basic. They're all so basic. Yep, throwing his hand in frustration again. These droids, I know. I know, they're pathetic. Let's get healed before we go into the next phase. Alright, cool. Alright, Watt. Turn down for Watt. Yeah, ability block that sucko. Let's do this. Wow, they all just disappeared. Alright. I would like to get over to Watt so he cannot put these techs on people. That would be swell. Yeah, this is good. It's tortured. Kill you. There you go. Let's just keep on Watt. That's fine. I can dispel that in a second. Also okay. As long as he doesn't put attacks out, that's what I'm really trying to avoid. Do that. Kill Watt. Slice him up. There you go. I'll kill these tanks until I can dispel that, and then I'll be good. That's fine. She's a cat, man. She's a cat. Ah, suck on it, Droidica. I can... No, I can't get to him. Ability block everyone. There you go. Kill you. Bane C. That sucks, Baroness. You just gotta reserve it. So what's your Leia counter then? If you're using Bane C. Probably Sith Empire here, maybe. Or Separatist? I've never tried Separatist here. What? I don't know if I want to turn down for what. It's a good... I feel like my Separatists suck. Let's just go with Sith here. And I'll use Sith Empire up top. What are my options here? I've like two. I ran out of teams pretty much. What's good here? I don't think, at this point, I don't think it really matters. Oh, I can use Rogue 1 here, maybe? I don't know if they're any good. I don't even have a full Rogue 1. Let's see what rebels I can throw in here. Phoenix? No, I don't have a full Phoenix. I have Trace Phoenix. Jedi? You know what? I think I can do Galactic Republic here. Maybe Galactic Republic. So this, you, and then what else? You maybe? Just use Gungans? Yeah, let me rock my Gungans. Oh, sorry Ray Rock, don't have no Gungans. They're shard farmed, but that's it. Let's try this. Let's try that. Maybe it'll. I'll just throw it on auto, see how it does. Doesn't look like it's doing too well. Yeah, that's fine. A man can dream, right? A man can dream. Yeah, well, I have Quadme. She's just Relic 3, so she's not quite up to ROTE standards. But you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There you go. So something. It's something. I'll take it. I don't know why you're attacking that dude, but it's attacking you. Man, why him? He's like my damage dealer. Man, what's wrong with you, R2? What is wrong with you? He's like the one guy I don't want them to attack. Ray Rock. It's like you don't even know me, Ray Rock. Yeah, let me just like swipe my credit card and just get everything done as fast as I can. That'll do it. That'll do it. All right, let's go. We'll just do Sith here. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, why don't I just get everything to R9? Man, I really suck. I really suck. Let's do this. Do that. This. Do this. Do that. Do that. Trying to take out as many of these stacks as possible. I just ability blocked you, son. Just ability blocked you. Do that. Yeah, I know. Why don't I've been really slacking on my Ezra as exile. I should use him. That'll stun you. Nope. Shocked you though. Dodge. Dip, duck, dived, and dodged. Kill you? Yeah. Meow. Man, he just bodied my... I was not expecting that. He just straight yeetus deletus my Malik. Man. Alright, start working you guys. I don't think I'll have the juice to to take all these guys out. Let's cover your stuff here. All right, that's good. Let's do this here. Do that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. All right, and there we go. Almost there. And let's do this. Not barely a tickle for him. My Paltmobile. Shocked. Nope, can't even line that. I'd like to kill him. No, no. My Bane is not looking good. No, I needed him. Let's do that. Do this. Oh, I misplayed that actually. Oh well. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through this phase, which is fine. Throw it on auto, because there's nothing I can do here. Gear 12 to R5? Yeah, that's a pretty big difference. It's a massive difference there. Man. Yeah. Gear 12 to R5, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Astreas is a good team. Alright, so where do I want to put my dudes? 3 stars. I think we're 3-starring everything. 3 stars. 3 stars. Okay, I guess I'll just like deploy here. I feel like light side probably gets the least amount of combat missions done. Maybe. Alright. So done with ROTE. So now I'll do a dailies. Yeah, I'll do my dailies real quick and then we'll start with roster reviews. So I have one premium review I have to do first, and then we'll see how many spins of the wheel I can do. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. 11, 5. So my goal is to take both these guys to R9 before the next event comes. So I think it's like the 25th is the next one. Something like that. We'll see. Yep, the Puncher Bros. I have them both at R5. So 593. How much signal data? Hey, Leia Grogu. Leia Grogu, how's it going? Alright, so you get R6. Cool. Maybe I'll take these guys to take them to R. Well, first I'll take them both to R7, and then R9, R9. So R7, R7, R9, R9, and then I'm hoping to do that in the next 22 days. It's a pretty good chance, right? Like, pretty good. I think so. I think I could do it. You'd be surprised. I haven't even started my Leia farm officially. And I'm almost like done with getting all the characters to relics. So I'm still working on my main farm are these guys, but yeah, I have everything. Pretty much I have, hey Leia Grogu, pretty much I have all the gear except for these Nubian scanners, and then Chirotech. and then but I have like all the left side pieces and the right side piece. I have pretty much like all these, like all the gear 12 plus pieces for Leia and Lobot. I just have to get the med packs, Nubian scanners, and Kyrotech, and then I'll be done. So definitely by the time I finish these guys, I should have my gear ready for Leia, and then I'll just be signal data because I have all the pieces. So yeah, pretty quick. I think Leia will come super quick. Nice, J Place. All right. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just doing some dailies, and then I'll be doing my roster reviews. Yeah, pretty close. Almost there. Yeah, I guess next week. Personally, not the biggest deal for me. I'm not, you know, I'll get them when I get them. Is it like a big? Are you going straight forward or something? Well, yeah. I don't think it's a big deal. We'll get them when we get them. Just gotta saves you another week to farm some more stuff for them, I guess. I am shard farming the Night Trooper, so as they become farmable, I'll farm them up, but I'm just gonna slow farm them. So I think once I finish the, because honestly I'm running out of things to shard farm. So as the new stuff comes in, I'll just like slowly shard farm them for 5-ish months, since they give us some free shards. So like 5-ish months, after they're all farmable, I'll have them farmed up, and then hopefully by that time I'll have my current farms done. So like Leia, Jedi Knight, Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan, Mandalore, and then I'll jump into like Baylan Skoll, GL Ahsoka at that point. The Mamacitas. I have not heard that one. Yeah, I am running so being able to do like pour all my refreshes into this has been pretty nice. So R9 material hasn't really been an issue for me. So that's like super convenient. The Madres. Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, mod energy. So this. I think I need these the most. The GMs. Yeah, I don't know what will land at. There's so many people that are trying to make acronyms for everything. It's kind of annoying, honestly. Like how many acronyms people are saying for everything. It's just like, come on guys, let's just find one that makes sense and go with that. You know what I mean? No reason to go all super crazy with it. And pretty fast. So for this, I'm honestly so glad I don't have to do these mirrors anymore. What I ended up doing is just throwing it on auto and targeting Padme, and it just kind of works out in the end. So what about Poncho Bros? How do you feel about Poncho Bros coffee? Lobster? What do you mean? You don't like Red Lobster? I think Red Lobster is great. I think Red Lobster is very clearly Sith Trooper. Like there's no other lobster in the game. Pay to win? I don't know who Pay to Win is. Which one's Pay to Win? Obviously, like anything new is pay to win, but what would you consider pay to win? I never heard someone call something pay to win as like a name. Personally, I think I'm gonna skip Gungans. Like I'm just gonna completely skip the Gungans. Padawan Obi-Wan. Oh really? They're the Poncho Bros. Pay to win. Yeah, I never heard them call pay to win. Yeah, they're the Poncho Bros. Rabbit Beaver uses it. Nah, okay, I guess. I don't get to watch Rabbit Beaver stuff all too often. Every so often, on weekends, sometimes I'll like catch his stuff, but you know. Hey Slasher, man, night shift. I'm still getting over my night shift stuff, believe it or not. Like, I'm still tired. POW, pay to win? I don't think so. Out of all the things that don't make sense, that doesn't make sense the most. But I don't know why anyone would call that pay to win. Personally, I just don't get it. I don't think that one works out. You slept in this morning? Nice. I've been trying, but I've been waking up at I wake up at 1 a.m. So I go to bed at I try to be asleep by 10 p.m. But I wake up at, I go probably like 9:30 p.m. I'm asleep. I'll wake up at 1, and then I won't be able to sleep for a little while. And then I woke up again at 4:30. So I'm not sleeping like an incredibly a lot, and it's really annoying. Padawan. I get. It doesn't. Padawan doesn't pronounce as pay to win. But not at all. Padawan, not pay to win. I don't know. It just doesn't make, to me it doesn't make, it's like a stretch. You know, I feel like it's sometimes people like really stretch to make something work, like just because they're the ones that thought of it, and it's like it just doesn't work. It's just not good. It's fine. It doesn't. We don't need like a million different things to pronounce characters. Like we really don't. You know, like it's okay. It's totally okay not to have a million different ways of saying things. All right, so I'm gonna take a real quick break, and then we're gonna start running into roster reviews. So before I get into it, I'll friends. Someone try to friend me. Dong Tim. Sure. What you need, Dong Tim? All right, so. All right, so I see one new roster review. So my premium one I'll have to do is Astreas. So we'll start off with Astreas. After that, I'll update the wheel. We'll start rolling the wheel. If we don't have any more premium ones, then we'll start rolling. But feel free, start dropping your, if you haven't already, like if you already have, just check the roster here. Like you can see on number 1, you can see the list. So if you're on the list, feel free to not submit again because it gets really annoying. And then if you want to expedite your review, or if you want it today, then you can feel free to donate more than $5 in the donation link, and then we'll give you a premium one. If you are here and the wheel hits you, or if you do a premium one, you'll be welcome to do live over voice. So I'll be right back and I grab some water, and then we'll jump into these. Oops. All right. Let's jump into our reviews. Rayrock, you're already in my GAC review, I think, list. GAC review right here. That's why I said, like, if you're already in the review list, please refrain from double submitting. Honestly, I don't know if I'm doing GAC reviews today, just because I have so many roster reviews to do. No, you weren't, Rayrock. You're right here. Right here. Right there. So you could, like I said, just please check if you guys are already on here. Unholy Baroness, I don't think you're on my roster review, so I'll add you here. I don't think I feel, I don't always do GAC reviews. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it today. I don't know. Yeah, fine. I'll add the GAC reviews to the list. I'm not gonna do them separately, but I'll add them in there as well. So get these people added here. And this one over here. DC picture. So I was in a Discord for partnered YouTubes. I ended up I'm just gonna leave it because I just get spams from people in there. I don't understand what's going on there. Never use it and I just get spammed. I just left it. Super annoying. Yeah. All right, so first one we're gonna do is here. My premium one is going to be, get over to my reviews. Number 2, Astreas. So here, let's copy this over. See what they have to say. A bit over 1-year-old account. Farming pathway is probably Leia. Next, finishing CLS team while doing so. Then Profundity and Jabba while also doing so. I'd like to also finish Gas. It's currently on hold. My mods are meh with some bad decisions made in the past. Trying to fix the mess. Alright. Let's take a look at it. Astreas. Hey, how's it going? Did you want to get into live chat for this for your review? Since you're here, you're more than welcome. So if you'd rather just not, then totally fine. It's just an option. No audio, please. Okay, yeah, no problem. Alright, so Gardeners of the Galaxy, that's pretty funny. So 6.3 million GP, 3.5 in characters, 2.8 in ships. A year and some change, year and like 3 months or so played. Let's see what you got. So you have Executor, Malevolence, Negotiator up and running. You're working on, you have Radis and Finalizer. A little bit of the older ships built up as well. Alright, let's look at these one at a time. So first, let's look at your bounty hunters. Make sure they're all good. Yeah, higher relics. I will say this. For those who are wanting to increase their relics, so I would rather you keep like Cad Bane Relic 5 and then like Relic 7 IG. So a higher relic IG is probably the harder part of defense with your Executor. So if you want a better defense, you get your IG, higher relic, and then you go with the triple attacker. Like you're gonna relic 7 bam anyways. Just something to think about. I'm sure you probably did this for the turn order, but having high relic executors just hurt for the mirror. It does help for the profundity, so that's always nice, but usually you're gonna put this on defense. And on defense, it's like IG 2000 is kind of like the key to that. So something to think about. I'm not saying relic up your IG, not at all. I'm just saying for those listening, something to think about. All right, so your separatists are good. I like that. Just finish off the last star on your malevolence. Look at your Galactic Republic. Yeah, this is fine. It's pretty standard. Whenever you get JMK, you'll increase the relics on Negotiator. Whenever you get C, you'll increase the relics on Anakin. So, totally fine there. Let's look at your Empire. Empire is non-existent. Your Rebels. No CLS yet. Maybe you have Starkiller or something, but I would finish off this Rebel Y-Wing when you build up the CLS team. Like Rogue One's still decent. Finish out the stars on this Outrider, you need it for Jabba anyways. Finish out the stars on this Rebel Y-Wing, and then whenever you get CLS, like this is still an okay fleet, and it kind of like gets you ready for the profundity. All right, I am interested. Let's look at your first order. Okay. This is good. Once you have this at 7 stars, it's an executor counter. So you don't have to worry about these middle abilities. Level 5 is fine. Just max out the basic and the ultimate, and then this is perfectly fine. So you can save some prestige that way, and then this will be your somewhat reliable if they have the standard executor killer. Not bad, honestly. I would start working on getting the TIE Defender. So start farming that TIE Defender up, farm the Palpmobile whenever you get a chance. So you're going to want to farm all the ships, but I would farm those ships. They're really good ships, especially the TIE Defender. The Palpmobile is still good too. Like you probably have a Relic 7 Emperor Palpatine. It's a really good ship. So it helps the Empire, especially if you don't have like the TIE Interceptor. You've countered executors with your 5-star, so it's just not reliable, River. So I would say once it's 7 stars, because it's still not super reliable, there's a lot of RNG factors that can go wrong, and like I do it all the time, and it works out fine. But I'm not saying that it can't. I'm just saying at 7 stars it's more reliable, and even then it's not like a perfect solution. It's just kind of like a standard executor lineup. So, not saying you can't. I just don't feel like I should advertise unreliable things, you know. But yeah, so Empire's good. Let's see. It also depends on where you are. I don't know where you are, River, or what you're doing. Would I recommend relicking Thrawn for the ship? If you have the honestly, yeah, if you have the TIE Defender and the TIE Interceptor, yeah, then at least like a Relic 3 Chimera is good, and then that way you still have Thrawn. It makes him a little faster. He's still a good character. He's pretty plug and play. And then if you have him at Relic 3, you can use him with Datacrons. So I have a Relic 3 Thrawn for the ship, and it works fine whenever I work up. You'll need him as a requirement later at Relic 6, but Relic 3 is just fine right now. So Yeah, but I don't know where you are in the game, River. So I'm talking. It depends if what type of executors you're playing. If you're fighting like 4 or 5 star, 6-star executors, or if you're facing triple attackers or standard lineups. It really depends. But if you're saying you're in like Kyber 1 and you have a 5-star finalizer and you're just dunking on executors, I would say like, hey, good for you. But generally most of my advice is like late to end game kind of stuff, like getting there, not like how can you counter this in Chromium. Like you'll build things on the way, but a lot of times people will say things like, well, this works for me right now, and it's like, yeah, but what are you facing? Where are you in Grand Arena, you know? And then you could have subpar things, and then it works against other subpar things. But then once you get into Kyber and everyone has everything pretty maxed out where they are needed for requirements, then, you know, these things stop being reliable. And that's kind of the time where, you know, Malevolence and Negotiator, you take them to the JMK ranges of R7, R8, and then they start being more reliable. You 7-star your Finalizer. You know, you have your Relic Chimera with the TIE Interceptor and the Scythe and all these other things. So something to think about. All right, let's look at what you have. So you have Ray, SLKR, Bane. I do like this Quadmate team, so good on you for at 6 million having that. Starkiller R3, I feel like this is a missed opportunity here. So at least like R5, your Starkiller R3, I feel like is too low. Like I still recommend, I took mine to R7, and I think really good characters should be R7 minimum. So like Bane, Starkiller, things like that. I would recommend taking R7 Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan at least. I don't think you have the income to R9 them, but R7 at the minimum for Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan. So it looks like you're still working on it. Like just finish them to at least R7. R9 if you can do it, it's totally fine. I like that you have the Zori team built up. So you're still working on SLKR. Finish out his ult, of course. Iden. So yeah, so you have a Relic Iden, so there's no reason why you shouldn't, even if you have a TIE Defender right now, if you just farm the TIE Defender, then this is still pretty much a usable fleet. So you get Bomber, Imperial TIE Fighter, TIE Advanced, and then you just have your first reinforcement as the TIE Defender. It's going to come on turn 2 for the Chimera, but it's still a good fleet. So I would, especially if you have a Relic TIE, or if you have a Relic Iden, so I would get that TIE Defender. Once you get that TIE Interceptor, then you'll be singing, but you know, and especially if you farm the Palpmobile, so that's like a full fleet. It's a really good fleet. So I would do that. I would as soon as you can farm that up. All right, so first priorities: finish your SLKR, finish your bros, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan. So let's talk about what you said. So you said you were pretty much doing the 4-way farm, which is like JML, Leia, Profundity, Jabba, just because they have really good farming synergy. But let's look and see like how far along are you with those. So I would say right off the bat, do CLS. Take this team at least to R3 so you can use Datacrons with them. You don't have to R5 them, but right off the bat, just Relic 3 for I would throw a Zeta on bare minimum Sabine here. Like you have the Zeta on Hera doesn't hurt, but Sabine Zeta for her stagger is very important. So I would put a Zeta on Sabine to finish off this Captain Rex. I wouldn't hate if you threw his Omicron on him as well. Master Marksman, you can kind of wait. I would also try to get better mods on him. Like I have him at 340 just because he like kickstarts the team, but you don't have to have him that. Also, like I want him to take as many turns as possible, because especially when you're using him for like the Reva counter, like suppressing fire is very, very important. And he's just like the cornerstone, the foundation of that team. So I would like to see him a little faster. I would like to see his Omicron here. I'd like to see a Zeta on Sabine. Once you're done with that, I would get your CLS to R3. So finish SOKR alt, finish the Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan at least to R7s. Then Zeta on Sabine, Omicron on Captain Rex. Get your CLS up and running. So I would say Rebel Maneuvers, It Binds All Things, and Han Shoots First are pretty much mandatory for the team to at least start working functionally. But I would get the as far as the Zetas, I would do Loyal Friend. I would do all 3 of CLSs. I would do Oh My Goodness on C3PO, and I would do Chewie's Rage on Chewpio, and then Han's Shoots First, of course. So I would do those. You can skip out on Raging Wookiee, and you can skip out on, I forget which one it is. Maybe Wait for Me or Protocol Droid, whatever the other one is. There's another Zeta here that you can just like completely skip. But I would get those up and running. Relic 3. So once you finish CLS, I would not I would not go Leia first. I would go Jabba first. So you need to go Jedi Knight Luke anyways. So you're gonna go CLS straight into Jedi Knight Luke. Once you finish Jedi Knight Luke, you can go to Jabba, and from Jabba you can go Profundity, Leia, or JML. Either one is fine. Let's look at the rest of your assault battles. This is fine. I would like to see if you have all the assault battles like Relic Assault Battle 3 with these, which you probably do. If you do like Piet, Veers, you probably use Iden, Dark Trooper, Range Trooper, and that'll probably get you the assault battles. I would like to see Relic 5 on Dark Trooper, but you know, kind of a luxury, but 2 Relic levels isn't that big of a deal. It's a good team. Dark Trooper is the cornerstone of the damage on the team, so I would like to see that. If you ever find the bandwidth, you can do that. If you want to leave him at Relic 3, you can do that, but he's a really good damage dealer. So as long as you're getting challenge tier 3 with those, which you should, then that'll be fine. Then you're going to have the hope. I don't know if you can do challenge tier 2 with your Phoenix. You can do at least challenge tier 1 for the Night Sister ones. You should be able to do challenge tier 1 for the Rebel one. So that's fine until you get CLS, which will take you challenge tier 3. So that's, you have SOKRs. You can do it right now even without the alt. Pretty much you just have to make crew survivable. You have Scarred, which is good. So like SOKR and crew can do it. You can also do it with Sith if you have the team to 3-star it. I don't think you do yet. No, I don't think you do, no. So what I made a guide on it, but it's Emperor Palpatine lead, Darth Vader, what was it? Nihilus, Basilisk Sean Fallen, and Malik. And you can CT3 the Sith one, so you won't have to run it manually with SOKR, because it takes like 40 minutes to an hour to do it manually, which is a long time. So, but you're still doing CT3 right now. If you get, well, with Treya and SOKR, and if you do R3 Thrawn, you should be able to beat all the proving grounds. Like you should. I think like Treya, SOKR, Nihilus, I forgot, like crew, maybe like Stormtrooper or something should be able to beat it. The Malgus one, it should, I think. Like you, pretty much you just isolate Malgus. You're gonna insta-yeet him with Nihilus, and then SOKR can clean up the rest. So it should be possible. Yeah. Other than that, so once you have that with Treya, SOKR should be able to do all of them, I think. Hopefully. If not, then you can farm Malik and Thrawn, but I'm pretty sure Treya and Nihilus and SOKR can do the rest once you have the alt, of course. So you do have Night Sisters. So you have CT3. You should have CT3 for Night Sisters. At least CT2. Rebels, Jedi. Yeah. So you're honestly in a pretty good place for assault battles. So you'll just have to go Jedi into Jabba. So once you're finished with that and you're finished with Jabba, I would say farm one other GL. So once you have 4 GLs, 2 GL ships, then you can go into the Inquisitors, but not until you have 4 GLs, 2 GL ships, I would say, and pretty much all the assault battles. So when you have all the assault battles other than Inquisitors, at that point you should be getting somewhat close to Riva. You should be getting closer to the Scythe. Finish the Inquisitor farm, and then from there you will go for your 5th GL or 3rd GL fleet or whatever you want. Start working on raids or whatever, you know. But that's what I would recommend for this as far as farming. Why I would recommend Jabba before Leia is Leia only has an event that gives you like 1 Omicron a month and some crappy relic materials. Otherwise, like Smuggler's Run 2 is transformative for your mods. So that's why I say your 3rd GL should be Jabba. Just kind of like finish everything that I told you to do. Start shard farming Jabba right away. And then once you unlock him, you can go for Profundity into Leia if you want. And then that would be fine. Yeah. Alright, but let's look at your speeds. 549, a little slow. Otherwise, everything else is fine. As you get fast, oh, like this is absolute garbanzo beans. Garbanzo beans. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Everyone here, like, don't chase primaries. Chasing primaries are like waterfalls, and you know what you do for waterfalls. You don't go chasing them. So don't go chasing these primaries. It's not worth it. Like, this is a really crappy mod. It's only 9 speed. Over time, I would rather you have like a 5 dot mod here as you try to find new mods, because you're wasting slicing material here. You can, once you're done with this, you can put this on a pilot, but when you find a better replacement. But stay with the mod standards that I have in my guides, and that'll be good. Something like this, generally I try to find something with a like all percent stats, maybe flat offense is fine, and then I look for ones that already have like 3 or 4 hits on offense, and then I 6 dot that for an easy like 5 or 6% offense on these speed arrows. So something to think about. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, your Ray's good. Good Ray. So a good blend of like offense primaries and health primaries. Decent health overall, decent damage, okay speeds. Yeah, not bad. All right, let's look at yours. 310. So your overall fastest character is really slow. I think you're, like you said, only one 300 plus non-GL character at 6 million GP and 1 year. That's not the best, to be completely honest. Like you said, you're working on your mods, so yeah, just I would say just watch my mod guides. Hopefully they've been helping you out. They kind of fully explain how to, like, once you get Jabba, once you start increasing your crystal income, and you can do those 3 mod refreshes a day, as long as you follow my guides, you'll be in a good place. So I would recommend that. Yeah. Yeah, but it takes time. It takes time. It's fine. I think as long as you follow my mod guides, like where you are right now in your mods is negligible. It doesn't matter. Like if you keep playing and you follow those standards, if you farm Jabba, you already have the Padawan Obi-Wan bro. They're gonna start giving you tons of income, and then you can use those towards farming good mods, and then you can kind of like turn this whole mod situation around. He wants offense here, but Yeah. Okay. So that's what I would recommend overall. Do you have any questions for me, Astreas, before I like, I like that you're farming some Datacrons too, but do you have anything for me before I kind of like end this and move on? But yeah, otherwise, okay, cool. I hope that was helpful. So, not sure if that's what you needed or what you wanted to hear, but I will say that on YouTube, this is timestamped. So if you want to watch it again, just so that you can take notes or whatever, then it's going to be timestamped on YouTube so that you can watch it again if you want to. All right, so Yodi, sure. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no problem. All right, let's start getting the wheel ready, and then we can do some wheel ones. Not real ones. I don't have like a lisp. Wheel ones. Oh man. All right, but yeah, that was fun. No updated requests. So let's go ahead and get the wheel going. I wonder if there's like a limit to the wheel. Probably not. All right. I gotta put GAC here for these. That way I'll remember. Otherwise, I won't. The thing is, there's not that many GAC ones, so. Alright. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure there's a limit somewhere. I understand on like integer limits. I'm not sure where they put it. Probably like in the like you said, probably in the thousands maybe. But definitely nowhere where I'm gonna hit it. No practical limit for me is what I would say. All right, let's spin the wheel. Let's see, who's it gonna go? I can't even guess at this point. J-Plays? Did J-Plays get one again? I don't remember. Did J-Plays get one? Let's see. There's so many like J things, you know what I mean? So many. Darth Daleks. I don't remember it, so probably not. But there's like a million J's. Just tons of J's. You know what's funny? So I've seen other streamers and they like take notes with pencil and paper. Oh hey J-Plays. So I haven't got you yet. Yeah, there's a million J's. Like J whatever. Alright, so J-Plays, since you're here, did you want to jump on voice chat for this, or? Yeah, there's a ton of J's, like just an absolute F ton. Even so much that I was like, did I review? Because I reviewed a few J's lately, like J something. There's a ton of them, like just an absolute F ton. It's a very common name. All right, so even in YouTube too. But did you want to get on voice chat with me, or up to you? Like you don't have to. You can continue to stay in anonymous land, but if you want to, and that is why you are Ray, one and only. I'm gonna make an alternate account, Ray Rock, and I'm gonna name it Ray Rock with a CK. Ray underscore ROCK. Ray Rock. I'm gonna do it. I'm only gonna watch from there, like Ray Sock. Working on getting your kids to bed. Yeah, no problems. No problems. I will timestamp this if you miss anything. If there's anything that you want me to... Ray Flock. Ray Flock. What other things can we... Ray Shock? Ray Box? You're the original rock that doesn't roll? Okay. Alright, but I'm going to timestamp this for you, J Plays. Don't hate on your 6-star executor. Hey man, it's your executor. I'll hate on your fleet placement of 40. That I will hate on. Ray Talk. Yeah. All right, 9 million. Jeez, J Plays, fix your fleets. Fix your fleets. 9 million galactic power, and you're only at number 40. For shame. Let's see how many crystals you've been wasting. So 5.3 million GP in characters, 3.6 in ships, 15,000 galactic war battles. Like 5.5 years? No, not 5.5. Sorry. 3.5. 3.5 years. So you could be on that Leviathan. You could be one of the 25 Leviathans, J Plays, but you chose not to. 'Cause you've been playing longer than me. I'm at like, you have almost a year on me, so, and I have it. So if I have it, you could have it. You're similar-ish GP, but we haven't looked at your account, but Bombad General. See, you farm stuff like Gungans instead of fixing your fleets. For shame. For shame. The rock that doesn't roll, man, that must be like an ancient what do you call it, nickname for you, dude. What was that, like 40 years ago that you got that? 30, 40, 35? I don't know how old you are. I think you're in your 50s, right? 50s? 1993? Ancient, dude. Ancient. I was 4 years old. 4 years old when you got that nickname. I was but a babe. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves here, J Plays. So. No, there's not arc. Like pretty much this Datacron set, Together as One. Together as One is done. Together as One is done. Accidental rhyming. It's those Ray Rock, Ray Sock. You just got me in the mind frame. You got me there. But no, this one is, you can start breaking these down if you wanted to and start working towards a rambunctious rage. Because pretty much we're done. We're done with this one. The only place you can use it is arena. So if you use it for arena, like if you have your Padmecron and you still use your Padmecron, you don't have to do that. But if you can see, so for me it's September 3rd, but tomorrow for September 4th is when it breaks. So after you had your second kid, man, J Plays, you lack dedication, determination. What is that? No, I totally get it. What's the new set one? Rambunctious Rage? Yeah, it's a good one. So right now they increased the limit of because before the limit was like 30 million of the credits that we could keep. Now it's up to like 60, so I don't think it's as big of a deal. But for those that have like tons and tons, they have to start working on the new ones and breaking apart the old ones so that they don't run out of so they don't hit the limit of data cache. So that's the big difference, is the data cache, how much data cache you can have, because there is a limit. So if I'll never hit that limit. I'm not going to hit 60 million. Even at the 30 million, it wasn't really a big deal for me, but I don't Datacron hard enough to hit that. But for those that like put tons of buy tons of these, puts tons of materials and crystal refreshes or buys packs, then yeah, they have to break them preemptively so that they can start working on the new ones, so that they can they don't run out and they don't hit the limit on data cache. Because like once they give it all to you, you can't like, oh, I'm gonna collect 40 million and then use that and then collect the rest. Like once they give it to you, they give it to you, and that's it. You maxed out on the data cache. See, like so if you have a lot, you can run out of you can hit the limit, and then you're wasting your data cache. So a lot of people will go through, they'll start breaking down all their level 9s around this time, and then they buy these in the shop, in the Datacron shop. They'll buy the new Datacrons, and then they'll take them up to R9 just to waste their data cache, and then that way when everything does dust, that they have enough data cache saved. So yeah, a lot of people do it. You don't have to. It's just, man, 3 GLs. J plays, what are you doing? 1 GL, 3 GLs. What have you been farming, my dude? What have you been farming? All right, let's see. You have Seer, Jar Jar. You're like the kind of guy where you spend like hundreds of hours farming side quests. You know what I mean? Like you're over there like talking to little birds with their little icon on them, and they're sending you to go deliver mail somewhere, and you're like, yep, I guess I'm gonna go deliver this mail. That's just the kind of gamer you are, where you're just running all the little side quests. You gotta stay focused, my friend. You gotta stay focused. You gotta be a man of sheer determination. Man, what is this? What is this? You have C, SLKR rape. I'm just gonna say this. You have arguably the 3 weakest GLs. Maybe SLKR is a little unfair on the SLKR. SLKR is good, but arguably the 3 lower tier ones, and maybe JML can replace SLKR. Like JMLC, Ray would probably be my bottom 3. But you have like the bottom 4. You have 3 of the bottom 4 GLs, if that's fair. Yeah, I would say that. I would put, believe it or not, I would put Lord Vader over SLKR. I know, but Lord Vader can be elevated really high. Datacron dependent and everything. I would say Lord Vader's more flexible with Datacrons than SLKR is. Like SLKR the last 4 months been a banger. Ray, 4 or 6 months. Well, good thing no one was asking you, Unholy Baroness. Good thing. But I could see that's a good argument, Baroness. Like I could see that. CJML, Lord Vader. But you don't have Lord Vader, so I don't know why you would put him as your bottom 3. So, but Lord Vader is Datacron dependent, and Lord Vader can be elevated. Lord Vader can solo SLKR teams. Lord Vader can solo Ray teams. It's that people just put him on defense because he gets holds. So, and then people just joke on him. But Lord Vader is honestly a lot more flexible than Ray or SLKR, and can be elevated higher. So his ceiling is higher. It's just he's very, very expensive, and people feel like if you're gonna have that kind of cost, they want like a JMK, a Leia, Jabba level of investment and return of investment on that, where he's not, but he is better than Ray, SLKR, and C, arguably. Especially with Datacrons and the flexibility of his the teammates he can have. So while everyone has their own opinions of everything, I do think that arguably bottom 3. Because even JML beats SLKR. Like, you put SLKR on defense, JML beats him. Like, he's a hard counter without Datacrons. So I'm gonna say this, J Plays. We all know how it goes, right? We all know the way it is. What is going on here? What is going on here, dude? J Plays, I try not to roast people, right? I'm trying to be a better, stronger person. I'm trying to be a nicer person. But you're bringing it out of me. It's like, oh, I try not to do this, J Plays. I try not to do this, but it's coming out of me. It's coming out of me. It's coming out of my ears, and I'm just like, yeah. I just look at this account, and it's just like, oh, you know, like, it's just. I see more things wrong than I see right, if that makes sense. Like, I just see all the flaws, you know. You ever walked in a house, it could be a nice house, and then it just has like really crappy wallpaper on, like just really crappy, really old-fashioned furniture. It smells like old people, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what this account is. Like, the wallpaper is all gross, it's like peeling, but the bones of the house is good. Like, the house is good, it's worth a lot, probably $1 million home or something, but it smells like old people, it smells like crap, the wallpaper's cracking. That's how this account is, dude. Just old people smell, danking it up, all cracked wallpaper. That's just what you're doing to it. All right, so as far as what you need to do, stop spending your get to on Kyrotech. Stop it right now. There's no reason, after I don't know what I said, almost 4 years of playing, that you don't have the malevolence. Like, you don't have them at relics, you don't even have the abilities maxed, you have them at gear 12, only 1 Zeta, 5 stars. Insane in the membrane, insane in the brain over here. Like, 7-star your malevolence, take them to relics, spend the crystals, take your executor to 7 stars, and if you want to, clock the executor to counter Leviathan. Like, if you're like far away from a Leviathan counter, then make your executor the Leviathan counter, so that you can start climbing in fleets and getting more fleets. Alternatively, I don't know how you've been playing for a while, so I imagine you probably have your scythe shards. So if you want to, you can go Jabba into Inquisitors, and then that will be your Leviathan counter, and then you'll have to take TIE Defender up to relics, and then you can climb using the Chimera. So it's up to you. I wouldn't say farm Inquisitors right away. I would say either choose a path, go Jabba into clocking your executor to beat Leviathans, or go Jabba into Inquisitors, get the scythe, and then use your Chimera to climb in fleets. Or if you're like really close to your Sith and you get the Malgus ship, then just get Leviathan. But know if you get Leviathan, you're gonna need to take it to 7 stars. So yeah, it's up to you on what you want to do, but or alternatively, you could farm Profundity and use the Profundity to climb on Leviathans. You just use the Mark 6 starting, and then you can climb that way. So that's your 3 choices. Probably Jabba Profundity would be the easiest, and probably flow the best. and then you can use profundity to climb on those leviathans. You're gonna get pushed back, but at least you'll be able to, like, every day, an hour before your payout, you'll be able to climb as much as you can, and just climb as high as you can on whatever leviathan or whatever is there. And profundity can beat profundities can beat executors, profundities can beat leviathans. So profundity is probably the easiest way to do this, because inquisitors are pretty prohibitive, but it's up to you. You can do inquisitors with chimera, and with the chimera and the executor you can climb on any ship in fleet, or you can do profundity, just profundity, and then you'll be able to climb on all of them, and you won't have to like clock profundity weird, and you can leave your executor alone, and then just once you have Java profundity, then you'll have your 4 GLs, 2 GL ships, then you can go inquisitors while side farming your other things. What is this? What is this? What is this? What? Why? ¿Por qué? Why you do this? Why Dark Death Trooper? Like, you can do it, right? Like, I'm sure you have CT3 with Range Trooper, Colonel Stark, General Veers, Death Trooper, Piet. But why Death Trooper? Why not like Dark Trooper? Dark Trooper is so much better than this. Now you just have like this waste of space, you know what I mean? Like, these things can be, what can they be? Maybe Geos, but not even Geos in TW. I mean, like, just in GAC Geos. They can probably be Ewoks. Yeah, and that's like it. Like, it's not a good. I don't know why you did that. But at least you have the assault battles. You have SLKR. Do you have the Jedi one? You have Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. You need to take him to R7. So if you have Seer, take him to R7. So here, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Seer, R7. Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan, at least R7. Like, R5 is not good enough. R7 them, minimum. Krennic Omicron. You are smoking la crack, dude. You are smoking la crack. Here's crack. That's you smoking it. That's insane, dude. I don't know how that sounded on with my mic. Probably not great. Krennic Omicron, what a waste. Alright, either way, I'm moving on with my life. Yeah, so R7 Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Get your Padawan, Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon. R7 at least. I would probably farm Profundity before I would R9 them. You like using Death Trooper against TW Geos? I don't. I like using Dark Trooper, personally. You have Visas Mar, but you don't even have Starkiller. What a weird choice. What a weird thing to do. I don't understand this. I don't understand a lot of your farming priorities. But either way. So that's Bud's in love with Rogue One? I don't think so, because then he would have Profundity. So yeah, so finish Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Finish your Jedi Poncho Bros. Then go for Jedi Knight Luke into Jabba, into Profundity, into like whatever you want from there. Probably Seer, Cat, Fulcrum, Visas, Baby Cal. That is, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But I think you're picking up what I'm laying down when I say that was a waste of time. That was a waste of time. You don't even have your Ben Solo. Get your Ben Solo up. What is wrong with you? You have All right. You play the way you want to play, J Plays. I don't understand your I don't understand your farming priorities. Just fine. They're your priorities. So yeah, so Jedi Knight Cal Kestis R7, Jedi Bros R7. I don't know. Bros R7. Get Ben Solo up to at least Relic 3 for Rey. Put his Omicron on him. From there, Jedi Knight Luke into Jabba, into Profundity, probably into JML. Like, you already have Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, might as well get JML. Really fast farm after that. Then you can go Inquisitors into, at that point you'd probably be ready for like Leviathan or 2025 fleet, or Leia would probably be a good farming pathway for you. But yeah, like side farms, relic your Grievous. Yeah, relic this Grievous, dude. Stop wasting your Zetas on like crap low level character. I can understand Zori, but like Kyle Katarn, Sortie, Juhani, HK47, Zalbar, Second Sister, doesn't even use the Paplu. So stop that. Greedo. I know a lot of these are probably old, but you're just like absolutely wasting your Zetas on low level characters. And then you're also spreading your gear. Like, you have a finisher piece on Hermit Yoda, which is really weird. So like only when you can hit that upgrade button, that's when you should place gear on them. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. Start working on those, like a low gear Emphas Nest. Really weird stuff, dude. But stop wasting your Zetas. Finish your Malevolence. Yeah, I already gave you my farming priorities. Yeah. At least you're engaging in Datacrons now. So I would say that would be the priorities. It needs to be Jabba, getting your fleet income, finishing those farms that I listed. Once you have those, then you can go into whatever you want, and you'll have a lot more flexibility once you have good fleet placement, once you have good your 4 GLs, 2 GL ships. Once you have all the assault battles, then at that point you can kind of farm whatever you want. But at this point, there's some holes in your account that you need to fill so that you can start getting better. You don't even have a Zeta on this. What is wrong with you, dude? What is wrong with you? What is this? What is this, J Plays? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life here? You have an Omicron on Director Krennic, Chief Chirpa, Finn, Padawan Obi-Wan. Darth Malgus is good. Like, one. Wampa should be like one of the first Omicrons you place on your account. There's like 4. Obi-Wan, what is it? Qui-Gon, Wampa, Traya, Savage. Probably the first 4 Omicrons that you should place on an account. Man. This is rough, J Plays. This is rough. Here, let's look at your mods. This is good. Your SLKR is good. Jar Jar's Almies? Yeah, you can just skip Misa Okade. So you can skip that one. You can do Mui Mui I Love You and Uh-Oh Big Boomas. But skip Misa Okade. Yeah. It sounds fake, right, when you say it? Your Ray's okay. I would like a little more health on her, but yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, this is fine. A little slow, but it's fine. to your fastest non-GL, 329. Pretty slow. Pretty slow. I would like to see that faster. You have Cat. I don't know what you use with Cat because you don't have JMK. Maybe you throw her with Ray. But you do need to get Ben Solo up. Honestly, I would probably prioritize, to be completely honest with you, JPlays, I would prioritize getting Ben Solo before you do Wampa and before you do anything with Jar Jar. I would get Ben Solo's up. So I would get Ben Solo, I would get him up in Relics, and then I would put him with Rey. R3 is fine, but bare minimum put that Force Diet on him, R3, and put him with Rey. Because you have a Rey, she's not really performing the way that she needs to without Ben Solo. So Ben Solo does elevate this GL. You only have 3 GLs. If you take her on offense, it's pretty flexible with not needing Ben. If you put her on defense, like, she's just food for anyone without Ben. So it's still not like confirmed to get that many holds, but without Ben, it's pretty much almost useless. So on me priority, I would probably go Ben Solo, Wampa, then you can start doing Jar Jars if you wanted to. So stuff like this, you waste a lot of Omicrons here. So let's look at how many Omicrons you wasted. Darth Bane, this Malevolence Whirlwind, 100% a waste. Let's see. So that's 1. Gungan Boomadir, which one's his? Raids? Okay, you want to do a raid one, whatever. So that's a waste. So 1. Let's see. 2. Conquest 1. This is a waste. 3 for Director Krennic. Where's Chief Chirpa? Chief Chirpa's 4. So you wasted 4 Omicrons. This one's a waste. Territory battles. So you can only use Finn on the first wave of TB. So that's 5 Omicrons you wasted. Where else? Let's see if you... Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. Yeah. I would say these probably you don't need them. Like, Seer's still fine without them. So 6, 7. In my opinion, you wasted 7 Omicrons. So that could have been Wampa, it could have been your Jar Jars, it could have been your Quad Maze. Do you have Quad Maze? So you really need to tighten up with your Omicron usage. There's Ben Solo's. Ben Solo wants 2 at least, his healing immunity one and his other one. So those are other Omicrons that could have been elevating your account that instead are just kind of like wasted away. Where's your Quad May? You don't have Quad May? Oh, here. So 2 here. So it could have been your Ben Solos, your Quad Mays, your Jar Jars, and your Wampas. So that's 4 teams right there that could have had Omicrons that are good. Instead, that you have 7 crap ones. Nah, I don't think it's necessary. Not where this dude is. So, yeah. Overall, a lot of improvement, right? But once you have Jabba, you're gonna have better mods. Once you work through these things, you can't take stuff off, right? You can't take stuff off, so nothing we can do there. Like luster lacking, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 characters over 300 speed. Not good. Not good. I don't know, dude. So it's I'll say this, like, it's a mobile game. All right, it's a mobile game. Maybe you played casually before. I don't know. You made decisions based on probably the best you could do at the time. You've been watching me for a while. I would hope your mods would have been a little better by now. If you haven't seen my mod guides, I would recommend you watch them and you start working your mods based on those speed thresholds that I have in my mod guides. Otherwise, just continue farm. I already gave you my farming pathway. Next GL needs to be Java, into Profundity, into whatever you want from there. Probably JML layer or something would probably be a really good farming pathway for you. But like, I would say, if you start working on your stuff right now, get Java. Start getting better fleet placement. I think in like 6 to 8 months, you'll be in a really good place, like honestly. So, yeah. I think I skipped her lead, Fogly. I look here. So, Loyal Body Ground, and I'm Queen Amidala, and then I skipped my place is with my people. This is pretty much just like some damage and survivability, really like kind of not necessary really. It's just a luxury one, but Loyal Body Ground summons her bodyguard at the start of the fight, and I am Queen Amidala increases the enemy's turn meter, or I'm not cooldowns, as well as doing some other stuff. So I would say those two are ideal. And then my places with my people is a luxury one. It's not bad. If you want to do it, you can do it. But right now, I think we're all like, we're all pretty Omicron. What do you call it? We don't have enough Omicrons. Like we're not in the realm of putting luxury Omicrons. At least I'm not. Maybe you guys have the bandwidth to give her all 3, but I definitely was only able to give her 2. So yeah. But yeah, bare minimum, I would say Loyal Bodyguard. Like if I only had 1, I would do Loyal Bodyguard. I do like I'm Queen Amidala, so I gave her both. I would say even for like, cause they just gave the Omicron for Padawan Obi-Wan, and it's totally useless this conquest cycle. So all the debuffs and everything that we do, it's not even good. So I would say it was a complete waste. It's beyond a luxury, like especially at like 9 million GP. Maybe if you're at like 3 million or 4 million GP and you're really struggling in conquest and you just can't beat some and you're getting like stonewalled, then yeah, maybe putting this Omicron there allows you to beat some things that you can't beat and get like go all the way through conquest. But otherwise, you know, like there's tons of stuff. It's just a luxury. It's just a luxury. Like anyone with a like Phoenix, which a ton of people have Phoenix, can do the staggers, and there's tons of other ways to do it. Same thing as tenacity down. It's just a waste. Just a waste. Even pretty much like Phoenix does both of those really well. Tenacity down and staggers. Like Captain Rex does the tenacity down AoE, and then what do you call it? Sabine does the staggers, so it's super easy. Yeah, but overall, a work in progress. Like the foundation is there. You have a ton of work here. There's a lot of good things. It's like you're in Kyber, right? Kyber 4 or something. Yeah. So the fleet placement, I want to see an improvement on. Your Java will probably help you with your GAC placement. Having another GL ship and having another GL will probably really help you stay up higher than Kyber 4. Yeah, because at 9 million GP, I would like to see you in like Kyber 3, Kyber 2, especially with 4 years and some change played. So 4 years? 3 years? 12. 3.5, coming on to 4 years, close to 4. So, you know, could be better. Sorry, I try not to roast accounts. I really have. It's just everywhere I looked. You know what I mean? It was like, oh. There's just so many. There's some good things in there, but there's just so many wrong things that it's like it's staggering. It's staggering. Jay plays. I like I said, in like 6 to 8 months, I think if you follow my farming, the farming way I told you right now, in 6 to 8 months you're gonna be really well. You're gonna be in a really good place. So yeah, I don't know. I would say, like, please be a little more selective with your Omicrons too, like, and don't feel like because I'm in the same place. Like, if you can see, I have 2 Omicrons on Malgus, 2 on Bane, 2 on Quadme. I have 2 on Starkiller. I have 2 on Queen Amidala. I have 2 on Ben Solo. So don't feel like, and the one time I went with 3 was Riva, and I probably shouldn't have even done that. I probably should have done 2 on Riva. The only reason I did 3 was I needed a Jame killer really, really bad, and I was like, I'm willing to do whatever I could to get that Jame K killer, and I shouldn't have done this one, the reckless sweep. I should have just done 2. So this critical damage up for 2 turns and have their cooldowns reduced by 1, a huge luxury one, and I should have done 2. But at the time I was like getting stonewalled by JMKs, and I was like, I need a JMK one. I don't have enough TW Omicrons. Iceman, you're gonna cause me to leave the guild, dude, if you keep I'm gonna roll out of here. I'm doing the best I could with my TW. I have so many Omicrons I need to do. Where am I at? Because let's see my farming. I just did Quad Maze. I just placed Leia's, or I just did Drogon's, so I'll have that for Leia. I just did Captain Rex. So what else do I need? So I'm gonna do. I think I have close to 2 ready. So I don't know where I have one where I can show you. Yeah, so I have almost 2. So the next 2 I'm placing are gonna be I'm just kidding, Iceman. The next 2 I'm gonna do is probably gonna be Marin and Zori. My next 2, and then the next 4 after that will probably be Seer, Terran, and then I'm gonna need 2 for Bo-Katan, and then maybe 2 for Jar Jar or something. Baroness, is it worth it? I would say it's worth it if you're farming. Because if you're slow farming first order, right? Like if you straight slow farmed SOKR and you're free to play, then I would say, yeah, you can do Captain Phasma and first order TIE Pilot. If your guild is using Captain Phasma as a defense, then yeah, if everyone's getting Captain Phasma, it's still a good Omicron. You can use it, no problem. But first order TIE Pilot, I still use it sometimes. Like I still have it on defense. It's not the best, but if you buy the Lightspeed bundle for SOKR, I would say you could probably skip these 2. And if you have other stuff, like, because there's at this point there's so many that you need that are good, that are just better than that one. And while I don't regret mine, because I used it for a very long time, and I still use it, especially in 3s. In 3s, you can go Hux, First Order TIE Pilot, Sith Trooper, and it's a really good team actually. And then you use SOKR with like crew and first order officer, or SOKR first order stormtrooper, first order officer, and you can still kill like Jabbas. Or if you look at my squads here where's my first order? So I haven't talked about this in a while, but For JMK and 3s, you can use Old Daka Zombie. For Lord Vader, you can do Kylo Ren Watt. For Jabba, you can use Kylo Ren First Order Officer. For Rey, you can use Mon Mothma, and for the Mirror, you have to go like Crew Hux. But if you use any of these like JMK, Lord Vader, Jabba, Rey, and usually I use in 3s my SOKR to counter JMK, then like you can use Hux, First Order TIE Pilot, and S Trooper, and that's a really good 3s offensive team. What do I have with Terran Malicos? I don't have crap with Terran Malicos, dude. Yeah, this is my Terran Malicos. This guy's doing nothing for me. I don't have any of these. But I think all 3 of his Omicrons are worth it. So the more you can get, the better. Like all his Omicrons are good. Just look how many words. Look at the words. So many words here. All words. So much words. So all 3 of these are good. So I would do all 3, and then I would do Seer. So I'm probably gonna do Seer lead first, and then I'll do all 3 for Terran Malicos. You can do 1, you can do 2, you can do 3, but I think Terran Malicos likes all 3 of his, so I plan on doing all 3 just after. So he's worth it. I just if you look at my farming pathway, I'm just not there yet. So I'm close. Like I'm finishing my again. If I was going for only Grand Arena, I probably would have like Zori done, Marin, the Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan, farming pathway done. But my account isn't a Grand Arena based account, it's a resource based account. So I'm getting my last assault battle done. Same thing with Marin, so I can CT3. I need Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Bo-Katan so I can help my guild get Zepho and Mandalore is my farming pathway of what I'm doing. So I might even do this where I'll farm Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, take Seer and to R7, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis himself to R7, farm Bo-Katan, and then do my Ufus team where I'll finish Ahsoka Tano and Terran Malicos. And at that point, I would probably give 2 Omicrons to Bo-Katan Mandalore, and then I would go into Ufus and fully build out this team. So I'll probably do this, to be completely honest, because I want Zepho and I want Mandalore. And I want it now. I want it now. So, yeah. And I'm thinking about taking a quick little break to get Zori up and running. Before while I'm doing this, I'll probably farm Zori and then finish off my Zori team just for my GAC defense. Because I do need more. So I can throw like Night Sisters on defense. I can throw Zori on defense. And then farm these. I can make a really crappy Seer Junda team and throw it on defense. Farm Bo-Katan Mandalore, maybe throw that on defense. Then farm these Ufus, and at that point I can probably like take Bo-Katan Mandalore and Seer Ufus on offense, and then throw 2 GLs on defense to replace them. Is what I'm thinking. And at that point, hopefully I'll start farming like I don't know, Ahsoka or something. So we'll see. Pretty much once I farm the shards for Ahsoka, though, I'm pretty much gonna include her. So I think there's a pretty good chance my Seer Unaligned Force users, like as far as like Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum and Terran Malicos, might get pushed aside for the 2025 fleet and GL Ahsoka, I'm thinking. So, but I do want these, and I'm probably gonna finish these so that I can do that for so I can get Zepho and Mandalore for my guild, and then at that point maybe like this stuff I'll work on later, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, I would like Zori for defense, at least like Relic 3 or something. Probably 3 Zetas, 1 Omicron. Is what I'll invest in the team, and then just kind of like keep it moving. Probably. what I'm gonna do. And then Gungans, I'll probably never farm Gungans, even though I like have them shard farmed. They'll just be here forever. Just keep getting pushed down. For the guild, yeah. So I do have to get Marin to R8 for once we start getting Zepho or platoons. So in this time around, we have our first chance of getting Zepho. I doubt we're gonna get it. Those dudes be losing left and right. I think we have 30 Jedi Knight Calcassus, and we have like a 50% win rate. They are atrocious. I don't know if they're just not trying or whatever, but they are very bad at it. So hopefully we can like tighten that up a bit, get a few of them. The Gungans? No. It's just Gungans are skippable. And my guild, we're only our goal for the raids is 2.6 million for each player. And I'm already at almost 3 million. So our goal is the 130 box, 2.6 million for each. I'm already above that, and I'm going to get better, like, because I'm farming I'm farming Quadme, so I'm going to take Quadme to R7 and then the bros to R9. So I'll probably end somewhere like close to 4-ish, maybe 3.8 or something. I don't know, for my overall for my teams. And then I just don't need Gungans, because we're not pushing a higher box. We're not pushing like 265 or 416 or 520. We're pretty much staying at this 130. Which is an okay box. We get like 4,000. That's what we were doing in the other raid, and it allows us to work on some other things. So yeah, like there's just no reason for me to push for Gungans. And while Gungans are good, yeah, I would like to get the 5 million. That would be good. But if you look here, whoops, that totally jacked up my thing. Like there's some people, and I don't know why my guild is so, I would have to look at the history, but there's some people that still get like 500k here, and they're just being carried by the top. Like we barely hit 130, and this dude's getting like double. So there's some people down here that are just getting like 500k raid participation, which I think is really shitty. But my guild does not hold anyone's feet to the fire, so there's tons of counters right now. There's the counters. So right now their crons are dusted, and their viability on defense dropped significantly because Treya beats them really easily. Like Savage lead Treya absolutely dunks on Gungans right now, and without the Datacron, I don't think Gungans are gonna get good holds anymore. So CLS Rebels can probably do it, Treya can probably do it, Bo-Katan Mandalore can probably do it, JML can do it, JMK will absolutely dunk on them. So there's a lot of viable, like probably Bane now. So like they're still a decent like B+ A- team, but they're back. Yeah, Phoenix would probably do it. So they're back to being relegated towards like that, because right now they were like S tier. I would say the Quadme team is still S tier. You just need the support cron. So if you have this one right here, the bonus mechanics for support characters, and you put this with the Quadme team, it dunks, like absolutely dunks on players. This crit damage ramping, oh, it's insane, absolutely insane. I had a freaking the Padawan Obi-Wan like one shot my Jabba team, like just absolutely one shot everyone. So this guy will dunk, absolutely dunk on people with that support cron. So I think Quadme still S tier defense, Gungans probably B+ A- right now. I would still put the Gungans on defense just because they're still good, and it just depends on what your defense is. If you're just trying to like stretch the roster to where they run out of teams, hey Stoic Jester, then Gungans are still good. If you're hoping for Gungans to beat their whole roster, like that's not going to happen anymore. Like it's no longer that level. What it's going to do is it's going to give you more opportunities for them to like, maybe if you put something on the front wall that like is a Treya bait, and then you like try to bait out all the counters on that front wall, and then you put Gungans on the back, then maybe it'll get you like holds and stonewall them. But otherwise, I still think they're viable on defense. They're just not that S tier defense. They've just kind of like dropped down, because even with my Treya, like I would just use my Treya even at gear 12 with Nihilus, Treya, with Savage lead, and I'm gonna be dunking on these Gungans left and right. So, you know, something to think about. But you know, it's not the worst thing in the world to bait out a Treya. It's still a really good team. So. Yeah, so as far as the guild, well, I don't understand. Like it is an excellent farm altogether. Like the assault battle, I just don't know how people can sit there and get like 500k participation and be okay with it. And I'm not a guild leader or whatever, but you know, I don't believe in allowing people to just sandbag in insane ways. That really that grinds my gears, you know what I mean? Like sitting there getting like 200, 300, 400k participation in a raid months after it's out, I think it's unacceptable. Like absolutely unacceptable. And if we had a guild with players like that, a bunch of them, the guild would fall apart. So I think it's really selfish of players not to I don't know, that we are like constantly like switching out people, but I don't think so. Their priority is just like TW, and I'm sure they're probably doing like some TW things, but I don't know. I believe, again, they don't like publicly admonish people. They're really like secret backroom stuff. So maybe they are on the back room just taking them and being like, you need to do better, but they don't do drama stuff, so they don't publicly tell people or admonish people. So I don't know. All I know is people do it. It is what it is. We hit the box that we need. I think as a like business, you know what I mean? It's not good business to do that. Like if my guild told me like, hey, get 2.6 million raid participation, so I got 2.6 million raid participation. They told me to farm Phoenix, I farmed Phoenix. Like, but good soldiers follow orders. So you know, like you got to do what your guild officers tell you to do. Like they have tough jobs. It's a really tough thing to run a guild. And I think those who don't do what the officers say and what we all agree to do, it's bad business. Yeah, it's bad business. I don't know, Iceman. Honestly, I don't spend much time in like the Discord and reading all this stuff that's happening in the guild. I try not to spend too much time in there, but yeah, I'm sure. So. I'm sure maybe I'm pissing him off. I don't know. I don't post my like we're supposed to post our mods when we do our ROTE. So we're supposed to post like our Riva mods, but honestly, every single one of our players have Riva. Like we have 50 Rivas in the guild. So I just do the mission and I win it. I still get my shard every single time. And then I'm not going to post my mods. I don't do things that waste my time. And posting my mods in Discord, I think is a waste of time. There's no reason for it. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any drama. We really don't. We did have that one guy, if you remember. Like, we had one guy. Believe it or not, it was for the Riva. Because at that time, we had no Rivas. And we were farming them. We have 48 Revas? Did we must have kicked some people out or something. Because before we had 50. Maybe it's the new players? I really don't know. We had 50 before. But I guess as people come and go. But either way, I still get my third sister shards. And we get consistently over 40s. So a couple of new guys don't have it. Slackers. Do they? Yeah, there was one guy. So he just ran them because at the time it was mandatory. If you were Reva ready, you had to run it with an officer so that we can maximize the amount of wins we have. And they had really high win rates. I don't know what it was, like probably 95% or something. Just really great win rates. And one guy ran it himself and he got the shard and they just let him know like, hey, you can't do that. You gotta like do it with us. And then he just like ramped the drama to 100 and he's like, well, just don't kick me out before the end of ROTE. And then they're just like, we're not gonna kick you out, dude. And then he's like, fine, I'll leave. And he just like left. Didn't even get his ROTE rewards or anything. I was just like, what is this dude? So it was funny. It was funny. Yeah. Is that what his name was? I don't remember what his name was, but it was hilarious because this dude just like dipped out on his own. He just like created his own drama. They were just like, hey, don't do that, dude. And he's like, okay, please don't kick me out. And then he's like, fine, I'll leave. And he just left. You're like, what? What is going on? Dude was hilarious. All right, so let's do a spin on the wheel. So we thoroughly roasted J Plays over here. So it seems like he took it on the chin though, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I like. So someone who takes that roasting on the chin, and he understands that it comes from a place of love. I don't roast him with hate in my heart. I roast him from the warm parts of my heart. It's just a very hot heart, and it gets a little hot in there, and that roast comes out. I try not to, guys. I really do. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to live your life, and sometimes while you're living it, you just like. And believe it or not, you may not realize this. Oh, that's from Monty Python. Yeah, we did a spin already. So hey, Grand Pigus. So believe it or not, I like at work too, in the Marines. This is how I am. Like I'm just like I just like roast people all the time. I try not to, but you know, people be doing things that just deserve a roasting. Like people be getting roasted all the time. They be doing it. What can I do? All right, so we got JonasF. Not too familiar with JonasF. Not too familiar. Maybe he was here in here one time. Maybe he's a lurker. I don't know. Maybe he just watches my my YouTube stuff. Because a lot of people don't watch my live things. Just because my time zones are really weird. So, I don't know. Did I type JonasF? Is that what I just did? I think I did. Alright, cool. Yeah, I probably did that. When danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his tail and fled. I'm imagining that's from Monty Python. How many more conquests will Luthen be a reward? 3. Trace. Thrice. He will be the because he was just the main one, so he'll be in conquest for thrice more conquests, including this one right now. All right, 50 watermelons. Man, that's a lot of watermelons, guys. No problem. That's what I'm here for, to tell you how many conquests. are available. All right, what was this guy's name? JonasF. Wonder if he's like a Jonas Brothers fans, or maybe he's like F the Jonas Brothers. I don't know. Maybe he wants to F the Jonas Brothers. Who knows? Who knows? I will say, having Leviathan and SLKR and being in Erodium is wild. Absolutely wild. Like, you can put the Leviathan on defense alone, like a Leviathan only defense, and you will probably climb out of Erodium. Like, the second I got Leviathan, I went 9-0 and just like shot up out of Erodium like a freaking jet. It was insane. Absolutely insane. No one could touch me. Just took everything on offense. Just decimated people. Laid waste to my enemies. So, man, this is wild. First GL fleet with the Leviathan. I still think they should farm another one, at least a Profundity or an Executor. Leviathan's good, but I'll tell you this. If people throw their whole roster at the Leviathan, there's a pretty good chance you can beat it. You beat your first Leviathan and GAC this time. Congrats. I'll tell you this. With Chimera, even without the Scythe, you can beat the Leviathan. Yeah, only the Leviathan. Insane. Insane. Insane in the membrane. This guy's insane in the brain. Alright, so he probably spent a lot of crystals for that. So 7.9 million, almost 8 million GP, 4.6 in characters, 3.3 in ships, 13,000, almost 14,000 galactic war battles. That's probably why they're still in Erodium. I think he probably just got the Leviathan and he's climbing out. So he's in Erodium 1. He's going to be in Kyber here shortly. So this may be his last few days in Erodium, because we're gonna be in Kyber here very, very shortly. So, or he's gonna be in Kyber here shortly. So he probably just decimated his enemies here, and then is gonna be in Kyber. All right, so 4 GLs, Jabba JML, Leviathan. So I will say this is an older account, so that's why he has a good amount of stuff. He definitely took the long way to farm a decent fleet. So if I would have reviewed this account like 2 months ago, I probably would have been dunking on it before they got this Leviathan. So, you know, good on him for doing that. Like, that is a game changer for this account. Absolute game changer. So Jabba, I really like them having Jabba. They have Ben with Rey, they have SLKR, they have Third Sister and Grand Inquisitor, Malgus, Bane. So a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of good stuff. I don't think the Omicron and Chrysanthemum is a waste. With Luthen? Yeah, probably. Mon Mothma seems to be the better one with Luthen, if that's what you wanted. An R8 sortie. It's insane. Probably for platoons. You could probably give her the Zetas and put her with Rey or something. Don't need the lead Zeta, but I don't know. Probably still useful. I don't know. You just really need VIP. That's what her point is, but yeah. R8, that's kind of nuts. All right. Gas, R5 gas. Piet at gear 12 is his fastest non-GL. 343. This is insane mods, kind of. Not 8, so 12, maybe 8, 6. Is it what, 668 for these? So probably maybe 14 more speed he can get. So it's pretty good, honestly. Pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie, this is good. Not even relics in 343. That's good. 335. That's okay. Rex. That's a fast Rex. 328. So not bad mods. So I will say, once you get Jabba, that it starts going really well with mods. So yeah, so I will say he has a bounty. He has Jabba, so he's able to do CT3 for the bounty hunters with Jabba perfectly fine. Like, so he doesn't have to do that. So whenever he gets his executor, then he can relic up Dark Trooper, and then he can finish off the last assault battle with these. So yeah, it's not the biggest of deals. I would like to see more investment with Iden for the ship. So, because you have the TIE Interceptor, so I would like to see you relic up your TIE Defender, relic 5, and that'll be perfectly fine for your Chimera, and that would elevate this fleet, like at least gear 12. But even gear 12, in my opinion, isn't good enough. I would like to see relics for Iden. Would be a good opportunity here for this account. So I would say, what would I do with this account? So honestly, I would probably focus on another GL fleet. But let's see what else is missing here before we start saying what their next farm should be. So Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan should be their next farm. I would also do Iden. So Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan, Iden as far as their next 3 characters. After that, let's look at what else is in this account. So not there yet. So same thing, not ready for Seer on the line Force users, so not ready for Zepho. You weren't ready for Mandalore. Let's look at your Separatists. You have what? So believe it or not, let's look at your Rebels. So probably Leia would be a good next farm. Leia into JMK would probably be good. Like Leia would get them their Phoenix, which is good. But I would say that I would do GL fleet, GL fleet is what I would do. So I would probably do Executor into Leia into Profundity into JMK is the farming pathway I would do for this account. And then I would finish the 3 farms that I told you. So finish your Poncho Bros, the Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, take them to relic 7 minimum, and then go into same thing as Queen Amidala. I would give her 2 Omicrons, loyal bodyguard at least. And then I'm Queen Amidala would also be good. Like, give her some real mods. She needs health, speed and health. And then I wouldn't give her lead, Omicron. So I would probably do the Quadme farm next. That would be my main farm. And then I would do Iden. You could do Zori too as a little side farm because you have a resistance. So if you want, you can do that. So do those 4 characters. That would be a good little side farm to do. Just give her 1 Omicron with her 2 Zetas. From there, you can do Leia. Leia's going to give you Phoenix. Also Leia. Once you finish, Executor into Leia, into Profundity, into JMK is what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do. Let's look at the ships, but I would continue working on your ships. Farm all the ships that you don't have at 7 stars. So finish all like the Emperor Shuttle, the MG 100 Star Fortress. There's only so many ships in the game, like Raven's Claw. You can fully, because I've been playing for almost 3 years, and I have every single ship at like 7 stars, except I have a 6-star. A 6-star, what do you call it? Comeuppance. So you can wait on the comeuppance. It's not that big of a deal. You can even leave it at like 4 stars, maybe 5 stars for the reinforcement. But I use it on defense, so I kind of like farmed it. Or I farmed it in the Galactic Chase to 6 stars is how I got it. But like finish all the ships is what I would say too. Yeah, and that's what I would recommend for this account. That'd be a good farming pathway. Once you finish those, at any point, if your guild wants to do Zepho and Mandalore, just fit it in. I think those are good farms as well. You're pretty much ready for them, so at any point you can do them. But I think your ships are a huge a disadvantage, and then you can kind of like weave in your GLs. And if you don't want Leia JMK, you can fill in Jedi Knight Cal Kestis into Seer Unaligned Force users, or Bo-Katan Mandalore as well, instead of those Leia and JMK. But I think Leia and JMK are universally good characters. Their GLs, they're going to be good in every single game mode. And then once you have those, you can go with Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Bo-Katan Mandalore. But you can intermingle any one of those, but I would recommend like big ground farm into our first farm should be Executor, into like big ground farm into Profundity, into big ground farm into probably like 2025 fleet, whatever you're gonna do, GL Ahsoka. So you have a lot of flexibility here because you have a lot of your assault battles, you have a lot of your stuff. I would just finish those first 4 characters that I listed, and then Executor into, you know, either Leia or Jedi Knight Cal Kestis or Bo-Katan Mandalore, into Profundity, into JMK or Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan Mandalore, or Leia. Whatever one you choose is what I would recommend. Yeah, but good account overall. Let's look at these mods real quick. Okay, so for GLs, I don't like having these. Personally, like these are really good mods, but I would rather you could find health mods that have equitable stats that are going to give you a set. Like you can have a defensive set, you can have a health set, but I don't like having and for normal characters you can do that, like non-GLs if you want like to replace an off, not a actual offset here. But for GLs, they're so stat hungry. I would say I would like you to have a health set or a defensive set here. Like the stats overall are good. His health is a little low, so the survivability is a little low. Same thing as armor, so he's not as survivable as he can be. But like his speed is okay. His offense is good. He has the right sets and primaries, so you know, I would just like replace those. And those are good mods. You can find a home for them anywhere. Yeah, this is fine. I like a little more tenacity, but speed's okay. Speed's good. Health is fine. Same thing here. So you have an offset here. Like, do you really not have a protection cross? Like it's okay, but you know, GLs require don't do this with GLs. Like give them the actual set, health set here, or you can go with like a potency set as an offset. But GLs like it. So this one eventually you'll want to change, just because it's like pretty easy to find a protection primary with decent speed, but you want like potency here. Ideally maybe like defensive percent or something. Protection's really low, but you're only relic 7, so you know, what are you gonna do? Speed's really slow too, so I would like more potency, I would like more speed, and then once you get him to relic 9, you know, like he'll be performing the way you need. I don't like this. You're pretty weak. So if you're gonna have health primaries, you need to have like fattier offense percent here. So you're really not hitting offense here, and it sucks. But like this one needs to change. It sucks that you did this with. I would have preferred you do with this with a health set, And that way, health with health doesn't need offense percent to be good, but offense with health needs offense percent to be good. So you could maybe find a home for this somewhere, but it shouldn't be here. Like if you find a fatty offense percent here, that'll kind of like offset this this damage. So I would like more damage. The speed's fine, the health is okay. So I would like more damage for this Ray. So yeah, so like just more offense percent. So like maybe continue working this one, I don't know. So like nothing you can do about these. They're maxed out, but I you know, just bad luck, I guess. Just got to keep working your mods, try to find perfect mods for Ray. It takes a while. And overall your other mod sets are fine. So and same thing, I think I talked about this before. Like a lot of these 3 Omicron characters are fine with 2 Omicrons. So just kind of look at them and make sure that you're not wasting Omicrons, because there's a, I forgot which one it is. Maybe like Deprived Senses. Not that one. This one? I don't remember. There's one of them where not that one. Yeah, this one, Korriban's Legacy. So this one can be skipped. Otherwise, you know, just like look and actually read all the Omicrons. Like I know they're great characters and you want them to perform the way that you can. But if you have like 3 Omicron characters, look at all the Omicrons and just be like, can this team function with 2? And chances are, yeah, they can probably function with 2, especially with how many we have now. Like how many conquest characters, how many you know, marquees or all these other characters that we have, or legendary characters that require like tons of Omicrons now, like 3, probably can be fine with 2. So just kind of like maximize the amount of Omicrons to teams you have. Yeah, but good account overall. Start engaging in datacrons more. Like this is really not good. So if you want to, that's probably the big thing that's like holding you back, and what took you so long to climb out of Erodium is you have absolutely no datacrons. Like this is, yeah, this is good, but that's getting dusted. And then very minimal, like it just takes 50 refreshes and you can auto the conquest. Like you can, when farming datacron material, like you can auto it. You don't have to like engage into and actually play the matches, just auto it, and then you can farm the materials. So do your 50 refreshes in conquest and then start farming more datacron materials, because this is holding you back. Yeah, so that's what I got for this account. So overall, good account. Thanks for letting me look at it. Thanks for submitting. What was the name of this person? JonasF. Edit this. Let's take him off my list, and then we'll all right, but I'm pretty sure that's it. That's all I got for you guys for as far as reviews. It's a good day. I got a few two spins off, so that was nice. Always good. That's what I try to do whenever I do these. I haven't been able to do my Sunday ones, but you know, I had today off of work, so was able to do it. So happy about that. But let me yeah, I did. Here, let me show you. Before I end it, so I did win my last GAC. So really close, actually. I dropped some battles on their SLKR cron. So I was a little worried because this was the only battles I dropped, and it was 18-13, so it was okay, but my opponent had the way to one-shot my fleets. But luckily, I did end up changing my defense a little. So I put Quadme, Queen Amidala, Rey, Grievous. I got a hold on Queen Amidala and Qui-Gon. I did talk to him. He said he used C here. So he used C and with Watt and the Armorer. But I have the good level 6 support cron, and even relic 3 with bad mods in my quadmate team just absolutely dunked on his C. So he had to go in with something else to beat it. And then other than that, he like one-shot everything else. It wasn't super clean or anything, but I put Radis, Phoenix, Iden here, and then what I have here. So Zori, a weak Night Sisters, TIE Fighter Pilot Omicron, and Bounty Hunters. Yeah, he was polite. It was fine. Most people who I message are pretty nice. So, and then he one-shot my fleets. So luckily I one-shot everything, and I dropped 1 battle, he dropped 2. So I ended up winning. I was also cleaner overall in my banners than he was. And that was probably the deciding factor. It's pretty big here, but he dropped a lot on fleets too, where all my fleets were like 71 to 73, where his was like in the 60s. So I think that was also a big factor on efficiency. So yeah, it was pretty good. I was just the more efficient player. He had a good roster, so comparable to mine. 9.4 million GP. He farmed some more off meta stuff like Seer, Jedi Knight, Calcastus, Terran Malicos, Gas kind of things, where I had an extra GL and an extra GL fleet, where he farmed more of like off meta things. So he has like he has the Bad Batch, he has you know, just stuff like that. Caloran back, Terran Malicos, Maul, so Gas. So that was like the difference of our farming pathways. He farmed like he actually invested in all the conquest characters, where I farmed another GL ship and another GL, and just like efficiency wise, it you know, maybe helped me, I don't know. But yeah, it was a good match, good opponent. Yeah, but yeah. So otherwise, let me raid you guys out. Thanks for hanging out. Always fun. Always a blast. For those who did receive a review, I'm going to post them. I'll timestamp my YouTube, and then we'll kind of move from there. All right, so we have Fort Mort here, so let's go raid Fort Mort. He's doing some like TB, it looks like, maybe Conquest. But thanks for hanging out. Always a blast. And then I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Make sure to say hi for Fort Mort for me.
I take it he's ready. Here we go.
All right, so